You're so narrow-minded to divorce him after just one affair. That's right, all men cheat. You can't change that fact.
Guys, do you honestly think it's okay for you to say things like that in the countryside? The people from the neighborhood are listening.
Trouble busters!
Helen, I'm going out with Ryan now.
What? At this ungodly hour?
It's the usual fishing at the sea, honey. I'll be back tomorrow morning.
My name is Helen Smith, and I'm living a married life with my childhood friend Andrew in a small rural town. Recently, my husband started going out with his friend Ryan on weekends. Hold on, did Andrew leave something behind? What the hell is this? I took the plunge and asked a detective agency to investigate Andrew and his personal life, and a month later...
Well, I'll be going out again today, Helen.
Andrew, are you going to meet this woman again?
What is this?
I will never forgive adultery, Mr. Smith. Let's get a divorce.
Wait, anything but a divorce? That's right, it was just a one-time mistake.
What the?
Helen, you're exaggerating when you talk about divorcing Andrew over this.
What are you talking about all of a sudden, huh?
You're so narrow-minded to divorce him after just one affair.
Are you serious?
And you serious about divorcing him, Helen, huh? You both just got married, didn't you?
Yeah, and even though we're newlyweds, this frickin' bastard had an affair. More importantly, though, why did you just waltz into this situation, Ryan?
As an old classmate of yours, I can't just leave you guys' love be in jeopardy like this.
I am definitely going to get divorced anyway.
But aren't you also responsible for causing the affair?
Excuse me?
Don't you think that if you had worked harder to improve yourself and kept your husband's heart to you and you only, Andrew wouldn't have looked elsewhere now, would he?
What the hell? You mean to tell me it's my damn fault that Mr. Smith frickin' cheated on me?
And that's why you, the one who brought up divorce over something like this, is wrong.
Something like this? What kind of ethics do you guys live by, huh?
Okay, I see how it is. If you're going that far, let's get a neutral third party to decide which opinion is wrong.
Neutral third party?
Let's go to Alan's restaurant now. We'll talk it over there and finally ask Alan for his opinion. I'm sure you'll be convinced if it's his opinion, won't you?
Okay, if that's fine for the two of you, I'm all for it.
All right then, we'll go on ahead and reserve a table.
Alan is an old classmate and a close friend of ours who was the student council president and is quite a leader in our circle. He now runs a local pub. Ryan and my bastard husband will probably go on ahead and try to convince Alan to lean in favor of their opinion. But I have a lot of evidence of the affair, so I wasn't particularly worried. I know this is a bit sudden, but can you come to Alan's restaurant right now? Yeah, I'm going to show them all the evidence I prepared. I'll never forgive those two. Troublebusters, initiate!
Oh, hey there, Helen. It's been a while.
Hey, Alan. Sorry for being so sudden.
Yeah, I heard everything from Ryan, and it seems like things are pretty tough. I've booked the whole place for tonight, so by all means, talk to me as much as you want.
Thank you so much.
Over here, Helen. Let's just sit down for now.
Let me tell you this. I think it will be useless to try to get Alan on your side. What you're saying doesn't make sense at all, and I doubt anyone with one smidge of common sense would agree with you.
No, what we're saying isn't wrong, little lady. Any man should be able to sympathize with what we think.
Alan, buddy, are you open tonight? Ah, Mr. Gonzalez, sir, our very own neighborhood association president. I'd like to use your restaurant for a local diplomacy dinner, but could 20 people be possible? 20 people? I'm sorry, I booked the place for something quite private this evening. You booked the place, but there was nothing written on the reservation list, you know. Excuse me? That's weird. I thought there was a sign outside. Anyway, everyone's already gathered, so can we get in somehow, buddy? Ah, damn. This is a pickle. This is a big pickle.
Do you know where you even are? Don't you think it would spell doom for the both of you if the people from the neighborhood association heard what you're saying? The power of rumors to spread in the countryside is faster than a tweeter, you know.
Yeah, I don't think we're saying anything wrong, you know? If anything, it's more likely that you are the one who's saying something outrageous. Are you willing to risk letting people eavesdrop on what you think?
I'm the victim here. Of course I'm willing to tell people about it. If you're okay with everything, by all means, why not let everyone outside join in?
No objections here.
Alan, go ahead. Let everyone in.
Huh? But are you sure?
They're special guests of yours, after all, and you need not worry about us. We'll just take care of the BS on our own.
Oh, okay. I'll let everyone in then.
Well then, I'll continue on with what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a divorce quickly and ask you for alimony. What else are we supposed to argue about? I have no damn clue.
Look, for the last time, what you say is so unreasonable. It may be true that Andrew had an affair, yes, but to suddenly get a divorce because of that is a bit of a stretch.
I don't think it's a bit of a stretch at all.
But, biologically speaking, males have the habit of chasing after females, and humans are no exception. It's not strange for a married man to have eyes for another woman, if not multiple other women.
Ryan, are you sure you aren't the one who's talking codswallop here? Even if that was actually the case, it's human nature to use logic and reason to control those primal biological urges.
Men's desires are often impossible to suppress, Helen, without carrying out the deed they desire to do.
Then such men have absolutely no right to marry anyone. If you claim you have desires that'll never fully be satisfied, all the more reason to divorce you.
Helen, calm down. Even if it was an affair, it was just a game for me. It was just a way of letting loose the beast on the weekend, see?
Don't you dare talk as though it was frickin' casual. That right there is the most dangerous crime that can destroy a relationship between husband and wife.
Every man has times when he wants to have fun, and I'd rather have any man chase women and actually be a man instead of letting them grow old and withered.
That's right, Helen. Didn't you say before you got married that you didn't like men who were rather passive herbivores?
That's frickin' besides the damn point. It's anything but manly to chase women after getting married, and adultery isn't a culture or anything whatsoever.
Don't get so upset, Helen.
I've been wondering about this for a long time now, but on this occasion, Ryan, you're taking Andrew's side completely, aren't you? And this is a problem between me and him.
But I'm also married, and thus I understand Andrew's feelings as an equal man here.
You understand the feelings to want to cheat on your wife?
It's not like I don't understand that feeling, I admit, but we have a friendship between men that transcends everything else, and that's why I'm on his side, and I'm willing to support him through.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's a bit of an exaggeration to divorce someone for just one little casual affair.
Yes, you're exaggerating.
You shut the hell up.
You two pledged your love to each other so passionately at your wedding last year, didn't you?
And it was this bastard who betrayed that same love we promised each other.
But I didn't betray it. I still love you. This time was just a momentary impulse.
Even if it was just a momentary impulse, it is not to be forgiven.
That's why I'm apologizing, Helen. I won't cheat anymore. I've said this much already, so you can forgive me now.
Yeah, I can only hear that as a heartless apology, bucko.
Helen, it's a wife's duty to forgive her husband's mistakes, isn't it?
Well, then answer me this, Ryan. Are you cheating on your own wife, just like Andrew?
I don't think I'd go that far.
I'm sorry, you aren't?
Ryan has nothing to do with this.
Oh, and now you protect him this time. I guess a friendship between men is something far stronger than that of a husband and wife, huh?
I'm not protecting him.
As a man, I can be driven by that kind of desire, and that's why I say I understand Andrew's stance on this, but I would never cheat myself.
It's natural for a man to chase after women and have an affair, isn't it? By that logic, it's not strange for you to be disloyal and unfaithful to your wife, Ryan.
Whether a man actually does it or not is a different matter.
Helen, for the love of Christ, Ryan doesn't matter right now, okay?
Seriously, you're so damn persistent, aren't you? Both of you. That's precisely why I'll damn well show you all the photographic evidence I have while we're at it. How are you going to explain this?
Where did you...
The two of you are going on double dates together? Holy shit! You guys really are close, aren't you?
How did you get photos of me, too?
When I asked my detective to investigate Andrew, he inevitably brought along photos of your affair too. And honestly, not surprising. You always went out together in the same car, fishing in the sea, eh? I guess you caught a lot of fish. Sorry, beautiful women out of the water, huh?
But in the end, it was a catch and release.
Shut up, enough smart-ass talk.
This is... Well, that was just a drinking party with some people we met on social media, and we got to know each other well. That's right, it's just like a casual dating party.
Shut up, you shouldn't go on dating parties when you're married. And more importantly, there are freaking photos of you guys going into hotels. You can't make excuses anymore, so just give up.
Those girls work part-time at the hotel front desk, and we just dropped them off when they had to go to work.
Oh my god, every damn excuse is so far-fetched I am getting dizzy. And I should tell you this, I have properly investigated the background of the women you two have been having affairs with. Both of the women are full-time housewives and have husbands of their own. Did you guys know that?
What? They had husbands? No way! I didn't hear about that.
I thought you didn't know. You were fooled and stepped on a frickin' landmine. Serves you two pricks right.
And you went to hire a detective? Did you really doubt us that much? I'm disappointed in you. I believed in you.
You know, whatever you say sounds like a joke to me right now.
Andrew's right. As a wife, don't you feel terrible that you've tainted your husband by getting a detective to expose him?
Despite what you may think, I also believed in you two at first. You two were my classmates, and we've been so close for so long. And I didn't expect you both to have affairs simultaneously.
Then why did you ask for an investigation?
Don't take the countryside for granted, bucko. Don't look, but when I'm walking around town, local acquaintances give me all kinds of information. They say things like, I saw your husband in the downtown area last night, or I saw Andrew walking with a woman. I've been hearing about that a lot of places lately, enough so that turning a blind eye for your sake became impossible.
Damn it, this is why I hate the countryside.
And also, about going fishing every week, you don't even have a fishing rod at home. Obviously, that makes things suspicious. And to top it off, you buy a necklace to give to another woman?
Oh, I thought I'd lost it, but it was you who had it?
You just forgot about it, bucko. You are so goddamn naive. Anyway, it's no longer reasonable for me not to suspect foul play on your part after all this, huh?
So what? We've said it many times before, but this is normal. All the men in the world are just playing around with multiple women all the time. Prove me wrong. If you really love your husband, you should just turn a blind eye.
So, Ryan, will your wife forgive you?
Oh, of course.
Then tell your wife those words directly. I will not turn a blind eye to this, good sir. Who the hell are you to say that?
Melody? Well, why are you...
I called her here because now it's 2 against 2. We're equal now, right?
Melanie? Did you hear everything I said up until now?
Yes, I was listening. You sure said a whole lot for someone who's cheating on his wife.
No, it's not that. It's just a little bit of an impulse. I wanted to prove my worth as a man. I wanted to see if I still had it, you know?
What are you talking about? This ain't no goddamn heroic saga of Ryan the Terrible. I suppose you say all of this prepared for getting a divorce, eh?
Divorce?
I will divorce you, much like Helen will divorce Mr. Smith. I was shown far too many photos beforehand. You have no right to make excuses.
Hey, wait a minute. These photos were all fabricated by Helen using PhotoStore. Don't be fooled.
Who would make such creepy photos using PhotoStore? Even without seeing the photos, I was suspicious of you and your faithfulness for a long time. I thought it was really strange that you went to the sea every weekend without ever having any fishing equipment in the car or in the house.
That's because we always rented some things on the way there.
You can borrow equipment, sure, but there are no stores that rent clothes. My husband always went out in leather shoes. If you went to the breakwater docks at night in leather shoes like that, you will slip 100%. You know a lot about that, don't you? I also tried my best to avoid suspecting the two of you. After all, we were local classmates who literally ate from the same pot on multiple occasions. And that's how they became a married couple. It's a wonderful thing that we did, but to be betrayed like this?
Melanie, please, let's have a long talk about this. You'll understand my feelings in due time.
And I can't stop resenting your comments since earlier. You're always saying things that are self-centered and convenient for no one but yourself and Andrew. I cannot sympathize with your feelings at all. And by the way, Ryan, didn't you say earlier that if a husband cheats on his wife, she is also responsible for causing it?
No, that's not true.
What did you say? You said that too, did you? Isn't that quite a hot topic, eh? If we had worked on improving ourselves and being more attractive wives, our husbands wouldn't have had an affair. That theory is utter and complete madness. And you know damn well I usually spend money at the beauty salon for your sake.
But I was on guard because I thought that if you become too beautiful, other men would target you. I was just being cautious.
Be careful with your words, buddy. Who would believe such an excuse? In the first place, I don't want to be with a man who boasts that cheating is normal for men. There is nothing to discuss anymore.
No, it was just a play on words to protect Andrew from Helen's stupid decisions.
Enough excuses! I knew that you and Andrew were always talking about stuff like that.
What is that?
It's a voice recorder I hid in my car. Are you still going to feign ignorance after listening to this?
The girl you hit on the other day, have you heard from her since?
Yes, we're talking about meeting next week.
See, dude? If you do as I taught you, it goes well, doesn't it?
For real? Has your wife found out yet?
Oh, hell no, she has no idea. And I'm doing well with mine, of course. Having an affair is child's play.
If you get found out, I'll give you a proper alibi.
Hell yeah, man, we gotta help each other out. Hell yeah, having an affair is what makes you a real man.
To be honest, I couldn't, and I still cannot believe that this conversation is from the same world we live in. It's a disgusting friendship. Do you have something to say? Oh, and I'll add one more thing.
There's more?
I sent these photos of adultery to the houses of the women who were with you two.
What?
And I am sure the husbands of the other women will sue you both soon. They'll also ask for alimony, so be prepared. Of course, we shall ask for alimony too.
Why? How could you do such a thing? Call yourself a classmate, do you?
Right back at you, buddy boy. We've been childhood friends who grew up in the same countryside neighborhood together. I can't believe you two would cheat on us so soon after getting married.
Hey, what's going to happen to us?
Just admit you did something wrong and accept the reality. Now then, which opinion is right in the end? Shall we hear the neutral third party's opinion now? This was your idea, by the way, Ryan, and I ain't letting you step away from this.
Shit!
Alan, have you been listening to the story so far?
Yeah, I was busy and missed some parts, but I got the general gist of it all.
The unforgiving wives against the axiomatically cheating husbands. Which one do you think is wrong?
No, adultery is a one-hit goner, guys. There's nothing more to say.
Thank you.
Alan, you said you'd cooperate with us earlier.
I only meant I'd provide a place for you guys to have your discussion, and I cooperated properly, didn't I?
What do you think, Mr. Gonzalez? Of course, you all heard what we were talking about, didn't you?
Yep, we heard everything. And ladies, you ought to break up with these hopeless husbands right this instant.
No, please.
It's normal for a man to cheat often. Such a ridiculous excuse is not acceptable, whether it be now or in the past. There are certainly many people who do that kind of thing, but they ought to be properly punished by society. Wives shouldn't have to give up and just give in to their husband's unfaithfulness.
Well said, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much. I can't believe that there are still men with such a surplus of sweet utopic thoughts in this day and age when adultery is being talked about so much on TV and the internet. If you forgive these people once, they'll definitely do it again. Give them a proper punishment while you still can, girls.
I'm sorry, Helen. I was wrong. I'll never cheat on you again.
Melanie, I'm sorry too. I apologize for my stupid actions.
I'm at your mercy.
Please spare me the divorce.
Why do you both not want to get divorced so badly after all this?
Here in the countryside, you're more likely to be evaluated better at work if you're a married person. It's the same at my company, and for some reason, married people are more popular than single people, you see?
Isn't it all for your own selfish gain, then? As long as you goddamn bastards say things like that, you have no right to get married.
That's not all. This is the countryside, and rumors will spread quickly anyway. If people knew that a man's wife ran away because of his adulterous affair, we might not be able to work like he used to.
It's too late now. Even if rumors spreads, there are facts now, so there's nothing you can do about it. I agree with Helen. There is no room for negotiation anymore. At the very least, I hope you do well with the women you went off gallivanting with.
No way! If we're ordered to pay alimony for multiple people, I wonder how we can even cover our living expenses by ourselves.
That is something you sewed yourselves. It's not something we care about. Is there really anything more to say? We've each prepared divorce documents here and now, so we'll get it all done immediately. Please sign it at once.
Helen! Melanie! That was awesome!
What?
You did a grand job. You really have to give a fatal blow to such stubborn bastards.
I'm relieved that you were able to divorce those pricks. I'm so sorry that you had to see all of that, everyone. Thank you for your cooperation.
I know it's a little late, but can I ask you one thing?
What is it?
You guys haven't ordered anything since you came here, but can you at least have one beer or something? Oh, you've got some left over from Andrew and Ryan, so 2 each, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. Yes, we'll have a proper meal here as usual. Right, Melanie? Of course. Today is the anniversary of our divorce, after all.
Hell yeah, girls. You both drink to your heart's content. We'll pay for the beer.
And so, Melanie and I were able to get divorced without any problems. And as everyone expected, this particular incident spread very quickly, and Andrew and Ryan, who were labeled as the cheating duo of doom, quit their jobs and moved away. In addition, the two of them had to suffer a double whammy of alimony from 4 different people. And now they're barely able to pay their living expenses, thus forcing them to live a modestly poor life. As for me, I've had some free time to open up recently, so I've been helping out at Alan's restaurant after work. On the day of our discussion, Alan was running the store by himself, and it looked like it was quite a hard job, so I offered to help out. By the way, I was the one who secretly hid the reserved sign that day, but I'm keeping that a secret. I'm about to start a new life now. Cheating is a no-no through and through. Trouble Busters!